Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and in today's video we have a robot vacuum with a 15-in-1 feature set. This is the ECOVACS DEEBOT X1 OMNI, and it kinda sucks, but in a good way. And the X1 OMNI can do basically anything. It can use it as a normal vacuum, it can do mopping, it's got multiple different water tanks, it can clean, dry, it can do everything all in one package. But as always, a little bit of housekeeping about the X1 OMNI. So the ECOVACS DEEBOT X1 OMNI, or as I'm going to be calling it mainly in this video, the X1, will normally set you back around £1,500. However, for Amazon Prime Day, it's 40% off, coming in at $8.99. And of course, it will be linked in that description down below, and a massive thank you to ECOVACS for sending it over for review. So first up we have the unboxing, and this is by far and easily the biggest box I've ever had to have a look at. It comes in at 15 kilograms and this box is huge, so let's take everything out and see what we get inside. Now of course you get the Omni Station, the X1 vacuum, but for obvious reasons they're not on the table. So you get a multifunction cleaning tool, instruction manual which is actually 223 pages long, but you only need around 27 of those for your chosen language for the setup. Now you also have a cleaning brush, dust bag replacement, power cord, and 2 washable mop pads. Now I'm not actually going to be using those because I've got mainly carpet in my apartment. And then of course you've got the 2 brushes, which is what I'm going to be using. So as you can see, you get pretty much everything that you need to actually use the vacuum, clean the vacuum, and again, if you've got hard floors, you've got the mopping side of things, and for carpet, you've got the brush side of things. And then we come to the Omni base station, and again, this thing is huge. It's kind of the size of a small bin, but for good reason. So inside you have 2 massive water tanks. You have the left side, which is for the dirty water once cleaning is complete, and then the right side has clean water ready to be used for the actual cleaning side of things. Now this is both to refill the tank in the actual vacuum itself and also to clean the mop brushes themselves as well, so again everything all in one package. And then right at the bottom you have the space for the X1 for the cleaning side of things and also charging and docking. Housed in the bottom section you have the area for it to collect dust and transfer it into the bag, which you can remove at a later date. And if you're using the mop pads, this is also where the refilling of the water tank in the vacuum takes place. Now this is also along with the cleaning and also the drying of the mop pads themselves, and this is done using heat as well, so once it's used, obviously they're going to get wet on a hard floor for example, it's going to be able to dry those mop pads for the next time around. And cleaning tech isn't necessarily something that I thought I'd be saying anytime soon here on the channel. Now onto the X1 unit itself. You have a super nice design here. It's got this silver and black combo which I think looks great with its design by Jacob Jensen. On the bottom you have the main brush, driving wheels, universal wheel, side brushes, and also the carpet sensor. Now the X1 has a 5000 PA when it comes to the sucking power of the actual Hoover itself, and this is the most powerful vacuum that ECOVACS has ever actually put out. And of course you've got multiple different modes and multiple different ways to customize it within the application itself, which we'll get onto. The top silver section of the X1 also comes off to reveal the dust bin, which can be emptied by hand if needed. And this also allows you to change any filters that you may need to. Now there's also a ton of tech on board the X1 itself when it comes to the sensors and also the cameras. You have AIVI 3D tech on board for mapping and plotting your house in amazing detail. The camera up front also acts as a security camera, allowing your vacuum to just patrol the home when you're out and about with a live feed. But like I mentioned, there is a ton of tech on board, and the best way to explain it is by using the app. So here you can see a current map of all of your rooms. You can also clean just one room or an area, which is great if you spill cereal in the kitchen, but don't need the whole house to be done. You can then also customize your cleaning experience. You can choose different cleaning modes for cleaning once or twice, and also the vacuum power. Now you also have the option of the water level, smart cleaning, schedule, plus tons more. Now one thing that I really love is this amazing 3D map which is created with the sensors and cameras on board. Now you can also add and take away furniture to make it more lifelike in this totally Sims-like fashion. So this is actually a really great feature because it allows you to move around or change some of the furniture in your home, and this is basically just going to help the vacuum moving forward. And then because of the cameras on board and the security features that I mentioned, you then have the video management section. And this is where you can control the vacuum while you're away from home to see what's going on, make a call to the X1, take videos and photos, plus tons more. All of the video and photo stuff to do with this vacuum could be a whole video by itself, so to break it down, it's actually pretty good quality, it gets a lot in the shot, the exposure's pretty good, colour and things are pretty good as well. Obviously it is going to be on the ground, but it does a really great job at having sort of a wider angle, so again if there is someone in your home, chances are they may still be able to get their face caught by this camera, even though it's going to be on ground level. Now that we've got the unboxing, specs, and a bit of an overview of the application out of the way, how does the X1 actually perform at its given task, cleaning your home? Well, with all the sensors and cameras on board, it actually does an amazing job at mopping your home if you need it to, or just cleaning it like a regular vacuum. The obstacle avoidance is amazing, and just in general, it does a great job cleaning in all of the areas of your home. For me, I do have, for example, my desk, office chair, a coffee table, some wires and things like that, and the obstacle avoidance does a really good job at avoiding all of those sorts of things. Now, it can't necessarily get into every nook and cranny because of the round design, but for most places, and just in general the cleaning side of things, it still does a pretty good job, and it can still get very close to those corner sections. Now for me, my home is mainly carpet, so I didn't actually get a chance to check out the mopping side of things, but I will have a video linked in the description down below that goes into a little bit more detail. So for me, what I needed to do is basically clean the house, set up a schedule, do things while I'm away, or just have my home cleaned by the time I come home, and this thing does an amazing job. It's probably one of the best products that I've used in regards to setting it up, setting up a time schedule, and just letting it do its thing, and not really having to worry about it. You can come home from work, your apartment's going to be clean, the actual bag itself in the vacuum is going to be emptied into the larger bag, which is in the base station, so again it's clean, ready to go, and you don't really have that sort of clogging up issue that you sometimes get with some other vacuums and having to remember to empty them, clean them, things like that. It's all automated and it does everything for you. And this also just frees up a little bit of time. The actual bag inside the base station only needs to be emptied every, sort of 2 to 3 months depending on how dirty your property is going to be, so overall you don't really have to worry about it. It just does it, it just cleans, and it kind of fades into the background. Now don't get me wrong, if you do have it on its max setting in regards to the cleaning side of things, it can get a little bit loud, so maybe don't do it around night time or during working hours if you're working from home. You don't want to be on a video call and then have a really loud vacuum in the background just all of a sudden. But again, if you do want to improve some of the audio side of things or the visual side of things for your working from home calls, I've also done a video about some new products from Enquiries, which is linked in the description down below. So overall guys, I think the ECOVACS DEEBOT X1 OMNI is one of the best robot vacuums that I've tried. Now it is definitely on the more expensive side, coming in around £1,500. You can get some other options for maybe around £400 or £500 that do a similar but not so good job. And just in general with the base station, the water side of things, mopping, cleaning, the brushes, everything on board, it's one of the best all-around experiences. And again, you don't have to do anything, it does it all for you. And that's going to do it guys for this video. Of course the X1, like I mentioned, will be linked in that description down below. And if you guys are currently using any sort of automated or robot vacuum system at home, let me know in the comments section below exactly what you're using and how it's helped in any way. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. I understand it's a little bit of a different video here on the channel, but it's tech and it's some really smart tech. If you guys aren't already subscribed, now's a great time to do so, and once you hit that subscribe button, don't forget to turn on those notifications so you're notified anytime I post a video here on the channel. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. I'm not going to get back to any cleaning, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.